We have live team coverage this morning. Our crews are all around the state.
So we want to start with our man in the mountains, Matt Renew. You've been staying on top of all of the closures happening on I-70. We're still seeing problems this morning, too.
You're right, Anusha and Mark. Good morning. I-70 is reopened. It opened about 12 hours ago to regular cars, and that was great because so many people had been stranded in Summit County without really any place to go because hotels had filled up, so they were in their cars. But then they were able to get going, and that is good news. And traffic is moving along nicely for them. There still are restrictions for big rig semi trucks that aren't allowed to go in or out of the mountains. And we talked about that. The State Patrol had said that's really where they had seen a lot of their problems. Semi trucks that just didn't have the chains that they needed got stuck, and then it was such a process to clear those in all of that heavy snow. And so really that closure could have just lasted several days along I-70. They could have just held everybody back, but they let regular vehicles go through, get people moving, and then kept that restriction just for the semis. Having said that, some semis have tried to come up in the mountains, whether they know about the restrictions or they don't know about the restrictions. They decided they were going to try to get into the mountains, and then they had so much snow on their trailers that when they got to the Eisenhower Johnson tunnels, they set off the height sensors that said your trailer's too tall, you got to pull over. And so they pulled over, and then they had to clear the tops of their trailers really a lot by hand. And so these two trucks here, it's been over an hour now. They've got it mostly clear, and then another one triggered the sensor. Now he's in the queue to get cleared off. And so these guys have been sitting here trying to clear these trailers off, and then boom, there goes probably another one. Over height vehicle approaching, so maybe another one getting ready to get up to the tunnel, and they're going to have to clear it too. We've seen several now come into this area, and this is because of all the snow that we've had, about 27 inches in this area over the past couple of days. And so it's a significant snowstorm. It's still icy, it's still snow-packed, it's still slick on the east side of the Continental Divide. And Ed, it's been such an interesting storm. You look at Loveland, and over the past 2 days, they've gotten like 22 inches of snow. On the other side of the divide, Copper Mountain and Vail, 7 or 8 inches of snow. So it really depends on what side of that divide you're on.
You're right, Matt. This was a very front range storm right up and down the I-25 corridor into the foothills and into those front range mountains. That's where the biggest snows were bullseyed. You can see we do have just a little light snow going on in Denver, basically flurries or light snow, 30 degrees out at the airport right now. Here are some of those amounts in our area. Aurora, 13.8. Lakewood got 14, 19.5 in Highlands Ranch, 21 in Castle Rock, Evergreen, 25, Estes Park, 28. 35.2 in Genesee. Nederland got 35.5, 36 in Conifer, and look at Aspen Springs, 45 inches of snow from this storm. But the official recorders are the National Weather Service out at the airport, and you know what they got? 5.7. So that's what this giant storm will go on the books as, 1 under 6 inches of snow. As we take a look, heavy showers and thunderstorms. They had those tornadoes, as we said they might yesterday. That continues to plague them. But for us, we have this system, and that continues. And with that system, we will see that to the south of us. That's why we have these systems still moving up here. You can see the snow coming up from south to north, and that will continue today. We'll see just some light snow, but then we'll go to cloudy skies. Tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny to sunny skies along the front range, and that will continue right into the evening hours on Saturday with clearing skies. But you still see the snow to the south, and as the system begins to lift out, it could kick up a little bit of snow just as it goes off to the east of us. So on Sunday, we might see a rain or snow shower and some cloudy skies, but really not a big deal. The winter weather advisory go to 6 a.m. this morning. They've already canceled it out to the north. As you can see, no problems there. So we will see those canceled, but we do have the avalanche warning in effect until 5 p.m. today, and that's for that unstable snowpack. Temperatures mostly in the 30s and 40s, but out here in the northeast and into portions of Nebraska and Kansas, it's going to be warmer in the 50s. We'll see 30s and 40s for the higher elevations, 29 at Buena Vista, and we'll see a 50-degree reading out there in Grand Junction. So today in Denver, cloudy, cold, snow ends, 40 degrees today. Then for tonight, clearing skies with a low of 24. Tomorrow, a little more in the way of sunshine, 45 degrees, so we do stay cool, 46 on Sunday. And again, there's that chance for a possible rain or snow shower as the storm system moves out. Then Monday, it's gone. Sunshine returns, and so does seasonal temperatures at 55, 59 on your Tuesday, and at 9:06 in the evening, that's when spring arrives. So the first day of spring, sunny and 62. How about 63 on Thursday? But a few rain showers, more the same on Friday with a high of 59.
Wow, next week looks beautiful Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So if you're heading out the door right now, 6:05 is your time for this Friday morning. Taking a live look of I-25 and Erie Parkway, where we were tracking a rollover crash. That has since cleared up, so traffic there moving nicely. We did have the right shoulder block off. Now, we also want to show you this camera, C470 and 285. The reason I'm showing you this camera, we can switch things over to our main graphics. It's because there is a road closure right now due to a stalled vehicle. CDOT just updated us. Both directions will be closed on US 285. Again, that's the east and westbound lanes. So keep that in mind because we are seeing heavy delays. We just saw that from that CDOT camera. Now, all the way down south, northbound I-25 in Castle Rock, Castle Pines, Parker area, we are seeing north and southbound delays at the moment. No crashes to report. That is going to be a 23-minute drive. And then if we zoom in, I-225, that's going to be a 12-minute drive. Now, if you're heading down Parker Road, Yosemite, into DTC Boulevard, and then I-25, that's where we're seeing bumper-to-bumper traffic. It's just our usual traffic volume right around this time, so that's going to be a 12-minute drive. Speed time's coming in at 55 miles per hour.
Well, if you've been out shoveling anytime over the last couple days, you know this snow is wet and heavy, and we are starting to see some damage from the storm as well.
Yeah, Lauren Scafidi is in Denver right now, and Lauren, you were saying that it didn't take you very long at all to start finding the downed tree limbs and issues that people are waking up to today.
Yeah, Nusha, and same thing here near Hilltop. We're right off 6, and we found another one. Take a look. It's that wet, heavy snow that's bringing these trees that are supposed to be up in the air down on the ground. Now, I know you're looking at that and thinking, well, what's the big whoop, right? Well, here's the big whoop. I'll show you. It's not just those small little branches. It's these huge limbs, too. We've got another 30 or 40-foot limb here down on the street. Now, if I had to guess, I'm eyeballing it. It's probably about a foot in diameter. So it's not just those small little branches. It's these really, really big limbs that are coming down here too. Now here's the other issue. Here's the other big whoop. We're right in the street. There could have been a car right here where this limb came down. If you look down the street here, you see those other cars in the roadway. If those cars were just, a couple feet back, this limb would have been on that car. The last thing you want to do is knock on your neighbor's door. Hey, Sally, sorry, I hate to tell you, my tree fell on your car. So wouldn't you rather just go outside, knock some of the snow off the limbs, rather than having to wake the neighbor and let them know that your tree fell on their car? So get out there, grab a broom, just get out there real quick, knock some of the snow off because you don't want this happening. Now, this is all over the street here. We saw that little one. Yeah, here's this big one. And if you look a little bit further, you can see another limb in the street there. So this is really just happening all over the area. So just take a couple seconds, knock that snow off of the branches because it's that really, really wet, heavy snow that we have been warning you about. We're going to keep driving around, see what else we can see. For now, live in Denver, Lauren Scafidi, 9 News.
All right, we really appreciate it, Lauren, especially because some fire departments were already reporting some fires from tree limbs falling on the electrical lines as well. So definitely pay attention to what's happening above you this morning.
And if you're walking your dog out this morning, make sure that you're not going through the trees or anything like that. Don't want any tree limbs to fall on any people.
No, not at all.
Important stuff there. Well, this morning, like Lauren just showed us, we're starting to get a better idea of all that damage that the storm left behind in Greenwood Village. The snow took out a solar panel near a building off Crescent Parkway. One of the panels snapped at its base. You can see there, not great stuff going on there. And that wet, heavy snow also means, of course, a lot of power outages as the tree limbs fall.
Yeah, Xcel is saying that thousands of customers are still in the dark this morning. The map shows almost separate outages right now affecting nearly 8,000 customers. Crews were out working all day and overnight and this morning as well. Xcel Energy says snow and the broken branches have been snapping lines. Some of those outages are only impacting a home or two, so then that ends up being really tedious work to fix them.
Well, woke up this morning, went to flip on the bathroom light and no lights. So right away I knew there's no power. So got up and got the flashlight out. And I checked it about 4 times this morning and there was nothing each time. So I just think we're kind of at the bottom of the totem pole, so to speak. It's going to be a while.
Xcel says that there is a big area in Boulder without power and the crews are having a really hard time getting there because the roads are not plowed. Xcel's teams will be working throughout the day as well. If you lose power, make sure you are reporting it to Xcel.
And up in Clear Creek County, they got so much snow that leaders there have declared a local emergency. Those are some of the places that we have the foot of snow, not just inches. We have several feet of snow piling up there. That frees up additional resources when they declare an emergency like that. that. The county says the sheriff's office has been using snowcats to reach stranded drivers and people living up there, but haven't said exactly how many rescues they've done. The disaster declaration allows the county to activate certain response plans and makes them eligible for money and resources from the state. Gilpin County, we're told, has also declared a local emergency.
And as we are cleaning up, more than 200 schools and school districts and businesses are closed so far today. We do have a list scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Hope to get that for you. It is also on our website, 9news.com/closing.
And there is a lot of information out there as we clean up from this major storm. We've put everything that you need to know in one place. That includes a link to the radar, the forecast, the closings, everything that you need to get through this storm safely. All you have to do is text the word snow to 303-871-1491, and we'll send you a text with all that information.
And one thing you want to know about the weather is our current radar and satellite picture. And you see the snow to the south, still pretty heavy, also over to the mountains of the west, but it is diminishing as the system continues to sink south in the metro area. So we will see some snow early and then cloudy skies late, and temperatures on the cool side, pretty much in the 30s and 40s.
And for those heading out this morning for your Friday morning, just keep in mind that the roads are still slick and slippery this morning downtown to DTC. No crashes or major delays. You can see both directions, south and northbound lane. It's going to be about an 18-minute drive this morning.
What a difference 21 years make. Rob from Castle Pine sent us this picture comparing Colorado's March snow from 2003 to 2024. That is so cute.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, that's the best way to mark two storms, right?
You're measuring not feet or inches of snow. You're measuring babies worth of snow there.
Yeah, you're measuring your life in those 21 years. Thanks so much for sharing that.
I
Send those
love those
photos our
pictures.
way.
Those are fantastic.